So what were the problems that you faced with your teeth?
I guess as you get older, I'm 75, you get into the needing your caps redone, and teeth become much more important. We're getting close to the time frame when it's difficult to do things. And so I wanted to make sure that I had the best possible work done through this process. And I've had, just in the last little while, 3 caps replaced. I'm calling them caps, but it was important to do that because as you get older, I think it becomes more difficult. And I certainly didn't want to get into something that was more serious. So it was very important that I select a dental office, which I thought could do the best job in this.
Okay.
And I'm pleased to say, I'm sitting here today, I picked the right one.
That really warms my heart.
Okay. It's true though.
Yeah.
I moved from a place that I wasn't that comfortable with. My dentist that I had for 25 years retired, who took over there, I wasn't as comfortable. And I think in dentistry, as in every kind of healthcare issue, you have to have confidence. It's a process that happens. The results, if it's not right, can be very difficult.
Absolutely.
And so I think, kind of picking an office like this that has such caring, really supporting people. It's hard to say, but I actually enjoy coming to the dentist, and I have fear doing that. So I think it's really important, and it speaks for everybody that's here. The key to having good quality teeth is that it's not an issue and that you don't feel any pain, that you can eat things and feel very comfortable in doing that, that you can have all of some of the hard things that are to bite and to eat, etc., whether those are nuts or whatever it is, that you feel comfortable, oh, I'm not going to break something or whatever. And I feel very comfortable with that. I think the job that has been done here clearly is going to be one that's, these things are kind of life-changing. If you don't have them done correctly, parts of your life change. And you can't do the things that you want to do, or it hurts when you have ice cream because it's cold, or you can't have nuts is a good example, or something that's hard. I think teeth are really very important, but the idea of them is there's no pain, there's no issue, and there's no item, and that's what's happened here is that I don't have the issues I had before.
Right. You don't have to think about it.
I'm not thinking about it at all. I'm not going through the issues, and I feel confident with what's been done, that the right things were found that had to be replaced. And so that was important. The longer those go, problems underneath the cap, that could lead to losing a tooth. And that's a much different process than just having a new cap put in.
Absolutely.
So the equipment that's here, and obviously the process that was set up was one that found these issues, which were not found at my last dentist. And so being able to have all 3 of them done now, and I'm not going to say my teeth is perfect because I'm 75, but they're much better today than they have been any other time in the last 5 years.
Good to hear. That's so great. And the fact that you came in and confronted the issues you were having and took the time to actually come in and do the work is huge for you too. So you get a kudos as well.
Well, it's really important. I say to a lot of doctors of health, I have hip replacements and that, and I say, you change people's lives. And I think that's really important. And I hope the people that, have done these things for me understand they change people's lives. And I put dentistry in exactly the same position. If you can't have the things and eat the things and feel good and feel comfortable and not wake up with pain and all of that, that's life-changing. Because if it wasn't like that, then you would have all the issues that I talked about. So it's important.
Absolutely.
And it comes down to having the type of equipment here, which literally blows me away, that you have the capacity and the equipment to actually analyze, support. And it used to take me a week to get a crown put in. Now it's 3 hours. And sitting among nice people and looking at my iPhone and going through the process, that's the technology that's here, which is so different than I think an awful lot of other dentists. But to have this capacity and capability in the checking process when I first came here, of looking at my mouth and going through every aspect of that and coming back with, here's what we need to do, and a real plan that I understood, fixing the things that had to be fixed, and explaining it so well that I understood what had to happen. I understand what happens after, and to make sure that I'm comfortable and those checks are always done.
Absolutely.
So it's really good.
That's great.
My son and daughter-in-law were looking for a dentist. He could not stop talking about what you do and how you do it. And it was going through that time frame where I was trying to decide whether to stay where I was or not. I came here. And so it was on the recommendation of my son. As soon as you walk in here, it's a different viewpoint, right from the people who meet you at the front through to the process. And again, I come back to technology. I can't imagine any other dentistry in this city that has what is here. And then it all comes down to people. They say hi, they know who you are, they talk about you, and then when you're coming through, people know you, and they take the time to make sure that's the case. They're asking you questions about the summer and things like that. There's a process here that I'm not just a person and a patient coming in. I think they want to make sure that they know me and that I feel comfortable and that I'm going through this process. And when you have needles and things like that, it's not always the best thing in the world. But like I said, I look forward to coming here because you are able to talk to the staff and they just treat you really nicely. It's almost a fun time. And those things are important. It's every person trying to make sure that they're doing the best job they can, but making you comfortable through the process and answering your questions, and making sure you fully understand. The television camera here to be able to look up and see your tooth, and they're pointing to exactly what they have to do. It's not, oh, you have that tooth in the back here and we have to do that. They're pointing to it and they're showing why they have to do that, how they're going to do it, what has to be done, and what the process is. You're going to get the best result as possible. I'm really happy.
That's great to hear.
And I can't recommend it enough. I don't recommend a whole bunch of things. That's not what I do. But I have no problems whatsoever in recommending what happens here to anyone who needs dental work done. This is the place to be. This particular office, I would absolutely recommend at a very high level to come in here and go through the process I did, to have that full process done of checking on your mouth, using the technology that's here, and then truly understanding what has to be done, and then making the decision then, do you want it done or not? I will absolutely guarantee you that you will say, oh yes, for sure, I would like the individuals in this particular office to continue that process. I don't think there's an issue at all. This is a dentist who really understands and really cares for what he does. It's a game changer, and he's changed my life, particularly in being able to carry this on. So a very, very high recommendation. I think we're very lucky in Winnipeg to have someone as a dentist who wanted to expend the amount of money that has been done here to bring in the best technology that's available in order to ensure that the best work is being done on an ongoing basis, surrounding that technology with the best people there to support that, so that you feel comfortable from the time you walk in to the time you leave.